episode 3 of today is to do. We bring you back on Boxing Day. We've got Aston Villa away, and we have been in a sensational run of form. Now, just before we get into that, you've probably noticed in the intro, there's this thing that flashes up, says Big Beta Battle. That's a little competition going on between me, FM Digi, and Old Lady Players, as we're all doing Spurs in the beta. Now, we're going to have finished our first season by Friday. We're doing daily videos this week, so Monday to Friday at 5:30. A new video will come out each and every day, and by the end of this week, we will have put forward our case to win the competition. It's judged purely on league performance, and basically the manager with the most points at the end of the season wins it. Simple as that. But back to today, and let's show you first and foremost the schedule. So I think you last joined us around the opening day of the season. So we started with Leeds. We started well. We beat, scoring goals for fun, we beat Wolves. Europa League was quite easy. We got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Now, you may have seen this on Twitch, but we got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Bournemouth. Now, I weren't too disappointed with that because we were just playing that many fixtures. It was very difficult to rotate the squad. So I'm not saying I purposely lost it, but I wasn't disappointed that we did lose it. And as you can see, we did start a strong team. Harry Kane started. So by no means did we throw the game away. We then bounced back from that with a win away in the Europa League before beating Sheffield United 3-1. Billy Sharp scoring for Sheffield United. I probably celebrated that goal more than I did our 3. And then we went on a torrid run of form. We lost to Liverpool 2-0 away, followed by a real poor defeat in Zoya. And then we lost to Everton 3-1. So we had a little bit of a bad patch, but then we bounced back. Starting with Red Star Belgrade away, we dispatched 4-2. Then we beat Brighton, Harambe. Got a 0-0 draw away at Chelsea before beating Manchester United 2-1 at home. We went to Chelsea with a slightly different formation, a slightly more defensive formation, and managed to nullify them, really. And then came back to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and beat Manchester United 2-1 despite going 1-0 down after 9 minutes. We continued this run of form, and it's led to us getting 6 wins on the bounce as we come into this Boxing Day game away at Aston Villa. Now, we've got to show Aston Villa respect, because if we look at the standings, you will see us in 4th, but we are 2 points off the top with a game in hand. Top of the table, Arsenal, believe it or not. So, do you know what I mean? We're doing very well at the moment, but Aston Villa are also doing very well. Aston Villa are only 4 points behind us, so we've got a tough game here. They did draw 1-1 with us at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So, bearing all that in mind, we get into today's team selection. Now, there is one more thing to tell you, actually. We have made a signing. This is the only signing we'll be making this season, I believe, unless something weird happens in the January transfer window. And that player is David Brooks. We've signed him from Bournemouth, £10 million up front with a load of add-ons, boosting it up to sort of 30 million, I believe. Had a promising start to his Tottenham career. He mainly comes off of the bench, but he's done really well so far. If we have a look at the history, 3 goals so far in 8 appearances, 1 man of the match, so he's doing really, really well when he's coming on. And we've got Bale, Son, Kane, Lo Celso, Dele Alli's very much come back into the fold, had a flawless performance against Manchester United. So David Brooks just adds to that, and he's got 18 flair. I've seen him put on the best performance in a Steel City derby away at Hillsborough as a young man, and now he's playing for Tottenham. So this will be the team that starts today. We have got problems at centre-half. Toby Alderweireld and Davinson Sanchez are both out injured, so it is Lloris in goal. A back four of Aurier, Tanganga, Dyer and Reguilon, Højbjerg, Lo Celso and Sissoko, with Bale on the right, Son on the left, and Harry Kane up front. Not much else to say. This is going to be a tough game. Now, we're going to go cautious. My assistant manager said, no, don't go cautious. Don't go cautious. Go positive, because we should be dictating the game against Aston Villa. I get that to an extent. But it is important that we acknowledge that these are doing well. And it's not going to be an easy game. So we're going to point the finger assertively. I expect you to keep our run of form going. Now, Heung-min Son has just had his best week of training that I've seen. So I'm hoping that today he's going to be really important for us. Jack Grealish, yeah, we know Jack Grealish is a good player, and I'm not fussed about these tunnel meetings. I seem to have one every game. But it will be interesting here to see how we get on against an Aston Villa side who clearly are doing very well, as it's an early highlight for us, hopefully. Aurier. See, there's certain players. Oh, here we go. There's certain players that's come into the fold that's done really, really well. Aurier being one of them. Doherty was my first choice at right back. Aurier's took that off him now. Sissoko and Winks, I kind of tweak depending on who we're playing. If we're playing somebody who are more of a, this is going to sound disrespectful to Burnley, or more of a play on the floor footballing side, I'll put Winks in. If we're playing somebody such as Burnley away, where we ground out a 1-0 result, and needs a big man in there, and Moussa Sissoko is a big man, 6'2". So that's where we're at the moment in terms of squad selection. But apart from that, we've got Gareth Bale performing a little bit, which is nice to see. As he's tried a shot there just to kind of prove it as I'm talking away. But yeah, Gareth Bale's been doing well. Son is. There seem to be strong rumours that Pep Guardiola's going to try and come in for Son in the January transfer window. He's not having him, I can tell you that now. But there's no way on earth I'm letting Son go. He's one of my main players. Although we did have a little bit of a falling out a few games ago because he had about 3 or 4 bad games on trot. Not really getting above 6.5. We dropped him, came back in, scored 2 or 3 goals. So obviously showing his class, but we know he's a top player. But Aston Villa here seem to be the team that are causing the more problems than we are. As Douglas Luiz sprays it towards the left, Bale's tracking his man very well. And now Grealish. Grealish is a man that I could... Oh dear. I was about to say Grealish is a man that I would be looking at. If this was a long-term save, Jack Grealish would be a player that I'd be looking at. Based on the observations so far, I mean, we've not really been in that. We might not thrash his arms, we might point the finger. I'm not happy with that performance. We'll give it maybe 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. If we've not improved, we will go to us 4-2-3-1 and see if we can attack Aston Villa. Like I said, this could be a chance to go top of the league, which we weren't really expecting. I personally thought that Tottenham were good enough. I still believe they are. And they have got a highlight. And hopefully, just as I'm about to make my substitution, they're not going to score here. As it's headed away well by Eric Dyer, and Son knocks it long up pitch, but nobody there really. Which is interesting. Lo Celso possibly could have nicked that one, but didn't. And Traore will look to come down this side, but Reguilon wins it well. And Sissoko just belts it away again. Oh, and I tell you something, Harry Kane possibly should have got that and would have been away as Grealish prays it in. Oh, what a save that is by Lloris. We've not had a lot of action so far in this game, but it seems to have sparked into life now as Son lumps another long ball forward, but it's dealt with by Konsa. But Lo Celso does well. Something's going to come of this highlight as Grealish tries to knock a ball down this left-hand side. I know Ray does very, very well to stop that. And that's going to be our cue for changes. Harry Kane is looking very isolated up top on his own. And we're not too impressed with that. So, it's going to be a simple change of formation. Are we going to change any personnel? Højbjerg's not enjoying himself. Which would suggest to me to bring Gary Winks on. Son's there, Bale's there, we're all happy with that. I think we'll go for that at the moment. Probably get another 10 minutes. If not, we'll bring Dele on and we'll probably bring Brooksy on and see if that makes any difference to us. I might just give him a shout and just demand a little bit more because I feel we can do a little bit more. As we get to 75 minutes, we would look... What's he saying, Dugout? We should look to introduce fresh legs. I agree with that. It's not been Harry Kane's day whatsoever. I think Gareth Bale's on a... I'm going to bring on Steven Bergwijn. And are we going to bring on David Brooks? We're going to bring on David Brooks. We're going to bring on David Brooks. Winks. Right, apparently Harry Kane's coming off. He really isn't. Oh dear. Hold on a second. So he's going there. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but we'll go with that. We'll put Son up front as the advance forward. We'll go for that. Confirm changes and stick Bergwijn on left. Now Bergwijn's been doing exceptionally well in games and scoring a lot of goals as well. Aurier now down this side. Back to Winks. Winks might fancy it here. He hasn't. He's played it out to Reguilon. Into Son. Back to Lo Celso. Reguilon again. Oh, and it's not quite. We haven't managed to break through this Aston Villa defence. And now they've got a chance to come forward. And I'm not sure who this man is here, but he hasn't got the pace to catch him. Matty Cash down this side. It's back to stick, but Lloris does very well to claim it. And now it's a free kick. Giovanni Lo Celso will take it from distance, strikes it, and Martinez claims it very well. And whacks it away early, but Sissoko picks it up. Right, have these changes made any difference? That's the question. As Lo Celso picks it up, it's into Son. Son down this left-hand side. He's got Reguilon overlapping. Lo Celso chooses not to use him, but Winks does. Reguilon again, crosses in. Brooks. Oh, Bergwijn's at the post! So close. Brooks down to Bergwijn. The substitutes combining, and now we have a corner. Heung-min Son crosses in, and it's easy for Emilio Martinez, and that's disappointing. And then Martinez will smash it long upfield, but Aurier will win it. Hourahan plays it to Grealish. It were a quiet first half. It's certainly not been a quiet second one. That's probably his best chance of the game, Bergwijn there, to take the lead. Matty Cash, though, bombing down this right-hand side. More defending to do for us here. Gets his cross in. Unfortunately, Lloris manages to claim it, because Ollie Watkins had a chance there to make it 1-0 to Aston Villa. As we tick into the 90th minute. Reguilon into Bergwijn. Still Bergwijn. Bombing down this left-hand side. Can he get a cross in? Reguilon's picked it up and played a shocking ball to Ollie Watkins, but Winks wins it back. Son, Bergwijn, Son, yes! 90th minute winner, Heung-min Son. It wasn't, I've got to say, we're a bit lucky because I was going to leave Harry Kane on. It didn't let me for some reason, but Son Heung-min gets the goal. It was a shocking ball by Reguilon, but Winks did well, winning the ball back. Son, little interchange of passes into Bergwijn. It deflects. It's a bit lucky. It's unfortunate for Aston Villa, but then again, I mean, they got a bit lucky last season at times. Disallowed goals and things for. I remember us Sheffield United scoring a perfectly good goal against Villa. That goal line technology weren't working. They got a bit lucky there, but not today. 1-0. That is a good win. That. A very good win, because we've now won 1-0 away at Burnley. We've won 1-0 away at Villa. We're doing bits like that where, do you know what I mean? We're grinding out results, and that is a sign of a good team. And I am absolutely now getting really sick to death of doing these after start of every game. No less than we deserved. I just want to have a look at the Premier League table if we can. And there we see that Tottenham Hotspur are top of the league after 14 games. That's not bad at all, is it? If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like and subscribe. Remember, daily videos every day this week. See you later.